See how my sound works. 1 2 1 2 testing. 1 2 1 2 testing. Two one two testing. Hello? Hello? Sound work? Sound work? I don't hear anything. Yo. How come I don't hear? Is the question. That's probably why. Work? 2 1 2. 2 1 2 testing. Microphone's not working. That's a new thing. Why is it not working? Okay, that's not. It's not working. Okay, now it's working. Somehow. Well, then that was a very good evening. So I feel like I should have given somehow a message where I was at the gala, but first time I received a award for something, which is a grateful award for. It's the Alexandre Parks Foundation has awarded me for giving tribute to the things I've done over the year for Alexandre Parks Foundation, and never had an award before, but having this award, I can't help but to think that this is a meaningful award. There's purpose in this award. It's not just trying to fit in. It's something that somehow fits into what I stand for in a sense, meaningful way. Hello, Larry, how you doing? So, I did some photos voluntarily a lot over the years with Alexandre Park Foundation, and I always affiliated things that I do since 2022, 23. I started doing photos for the golf events. They do raise money for this illness that Alexandre had, and he passed away in 2017. And this foundation has been created for finding the research, to raise money for finding the research and help the research to find a cure for this sort of thing. And I just find that there was a meaningful thing to it. They approached me to do some volunteer work somehow. Not sure why, but we still have the same type of story behind our lifestyle. So the experience of living, me losing my brother, kind of resonates with them as well, to find some healing in certain ways. So anyways, I connected with Nicole and Cecil, and they're the parents of Alexandre Parks. Alexandre Parks had a really somehow difficult life, but he always saw the positive things in things, despite the challenge he had, which stands really powerful to me, because he does what you can do with what you've got, and he always thought this way, and he was young to think this way. It's incredible. And he was saying all these things about, being grateful today because tomorrow is not guaranteed. can't pretend who I am today and be grateful to the things I've got and work with it. And it's like he always had this resilience of life in that. And there's a lot of hope in these messages because he had done a lot in the same way that I think about life today. Even though I don't have these illnesses, I'm still refining the line of my death in the line that I'm alive today, because being present today is a given gift. And I can't pretend this has been allowed today. Me sharing this message today is also a grateful time to be able to share this, because it is allowed for my life to be able to speak this way today. So I am always living in the presence of my life because I've been given the chance today to receive these things today. Despite my experience in life and despite the struggles I had in life, I can't deny to be grateful that this has led me to where I'm at today. Losing is always somehow a positive thing, because my loss pushes me to the gains that I want to be. And I try to use all this loss in a resilient way. And I'm putting my forefront of, I believe in God. So this is truly what he would want me to be doing, instead of going to a place where it might just hurt me even more. So I'm trying to figure out to find a way to become a better self in all these struggles I would go through in life. So that kind of gave me the ability to discover myself at a deepest place because of my pain. So yeah, it's a positive thinking, using my strength, using the things that I receive pain-wise, things that is challenging me, is I see it as a power onto my life that's been given to me. What do I want to do with it is what it's important. I have an opportunity when I receive those hard times in life. I have an opportunity to do something with it, despite if it's good or bad, or I feel down or I feel high or I feel happy. It doesn't really matter. As I receive this energy of life, what do I want to translate that energy into? So, but today I've been awarded by, I think it was, they mentioned a name for the first person, and there was special winners for awards of how much dedication I put to the Alexandre Park Foundation and trying to have more recognition of that sort of thing. I mean, awards is cool to have, but I mean, it's not really who I am as a person to have an award, and but it's very cool to have this sort of vibration of I've done something impactful in a sense, and they gave me an award for that, which is very cool. I've never had an award like this. It is the coolest thing ever. They engraved my name in it, and it's a special thing to me to have this in my hand somehow, because I've impacted this foundation in a sense that will forever be grateful to be. I'm grateful that I have made a difference in this organization, because they stand in the same way that Alexandre said, my positive thought is the key to my survival. This is who I am. I can't change that, but it reflects who I am as well. And I was able to give my time to this thing, and they gave me this, and it's very cool. I should have given that message on the pulpit. Somehow I did not tune into this, but I'm very grateful to have received this, because it speaks volume to me. They are going through a lot, but they're able to give their time for a foundation, and they're giving it all. Like, the work they put into this foundation is absolutely mind-blowing. Even though the struggles in life has given them this option in life, they are living for this foundation. No matter what, they're living for it. And they worked hard for that. And since the beginning, they reached out somehow. I met them. I met Cecil at City BC, and I still connect with other people that's in the circle of that. And they all have this somewhat positive attitude in a sense, despite how hard it could be. They're still there. So that's really cool. I'm really grateful to actually have an award for that. And like I said, I'm not a person that cares too much about awards, but this reminds me of who I am. And whatever I did this year, from the May 4th, doing a Fraternity Marathon, dictate that to the Alexandre Park Foundation because I wanted to do something meaningful, wanted to share what Alexandre Park stands for, positive thoughts despite the struggles. I was going through this cyber thing during this year, but it changed me. The way that I went through with journaling and the way that I could not pretend what I received thought-wise and accepted that has accepted who I am to discover even a deeper self of myself before I die. And that's what Alexandre Park's was in a sense, because he could not pretend who he is in a sense. And he had a positive thinking about this life. And he knew he was going to pass away. And it was super hard. And all the challenges, he was still positive with that. Very powerful. But for many things he had to go through, I think Alexandre Park still lives today. Because it's growing. The foundation is growing very big. And it's like I'm like this. They announced the fundraise they had today was 19,000. I was like, no way. That's a huge jump from last year. Last year was 5K apparently. And then they had that much coming in to do the research for this illness that Alexandre had. So that's amazing. But yeah, I dictated the whole. It's hard to explain all the stuff, but it's like I dictated myself to something meaningful. I wanted to add to whatever journey I was going through. Kind of stands for what the same thing is. And I did a marathon in Fredericton. I had help during all this time. I also had this unbelievable, spontaneous ability to go to these places because Dying Trites and my friends and the people around was able to give me these options to go to these places, despite I didn't know exactly I would be able to do those things, because during that week of this Fredericton marathon, I had Achilles issues. And I wasn't sure if I would be able to heal through that before I do this marathon. It was very slow to do this marathon, but I was still able to do it on that Sunday. So, and I kept building up over time, and I did invest in myself in such a way that I've never done before, discovering who I am at the deepest place I could be at this very moment. I'm not the same person 20 years ago, but I was the same person, but I was not the same maturity to it, I would say. I always pretended much more back then than I am today. So, I mean, I can't avoid to be pretending because that's a behavior I've built over time. But the more I refine to not to be pretending, the more I'm grateful today. It's bringing me back to not worry about life, because life has given me what I have today. I survived 42 years old. Some don't survive this. This is a milestone to me. And I'm healthy. I'm okay. I have a roof over my head. I'm a very grateful person because I'm in the state where I'm at is very grateful in a sense. So, yeah. So I've done marathons. I've done all this running stuff, going to events like the Legs of Literacy, Grand Fondos, and I built up this awareness over year. And I could not do it without the people I was surrounded with. And the magic of getting this jersey signed by everybody that I was close to in some ways, my friends, random people that I knew over the years, has added this onto my plate that motivated me even more. Subconsciously, I was writing with them, with their names on the shirt. It was built off Alexandre Park's jersey that I received from them. I didn't expect to have a jersey while I was doing my bike ride at Cap Lumière. I was at 230 kilometers in June. And the 2 days before, I did 100 kilometers. And then I did a 21 kilometers on the same day. And that was on the Monday or Tuesday. And I recovered for 2 days and I went to do this Cap Lumière 230 kilometers with my bike. So I tested my boundaries and I'm still not injured. I did not have a flat tire. I did not have an accident. I was completely in tuned somehow and safe. And I was wearing the jersey. I was wearing the Alexandre Park shirt. I was there. But I still have, like, when I'm afraid, I will go to praying. So I had a lot of prayers during those times too. I was very close to God because I didn't know if I would get an accident or not because these long rides. So yeah. But it's an honor to be able to stand for that sort of thing and to have incorporated a tribute to this foundation with all the things I've done. Because without this foundation, I would not have had this much. I would not have had this journey of sharing what I have and what these people have signed my shirt. Without a jersey, I would not be where I'm at. Yet I trusted the path where to get those people to sign my shirt. And it gave me hope to keep doing it. It stand in this providence of my positive thoughts is the key to my survival. It's amazing. So I wanted to thank Cecil and Nicole for giving me this award of the Gala of investing my time in encouragement du bénévole. C'est ça que ça dit là-dessus. It says, c'est reconnaissance de l'engagement bénévole exceptionnel à André Boulard 2025. And I've never had an award before. And it's a nice, I like the design. I'm not sure where they got it, but I like the design too. But what an honor. What an honor. And I should have said something on the pulpit. I'm not sure why. But everything is meant to be. And I can't go back to these things, but I didn't think of that. I was taking pictures today for these people, for this foundation, because I always do it every year. But yeah, very grateful. And the friends that was along with me is I met Rick. I met Ron Cormier. The guy is a guy that runs all the time. And is a cool guy. He's like living the life he is wanting to live. He had he told me some stuff that, he almost died. He could have died. But his healthy lifestyle has made him survive. A better chance to survive. The risk of that was very cool to hear from him. There's so much wisdom when life is testing you, where you're going to live and where you're going to die. Why do I feel like when I come to my line of death, I become more present to this day? Because it's somehow allowed today. And life has allowed me to live today. It's crazy. So I try to reinforce that presence in life because it's present, and I don't worry too much. Meeting these people today was incredible. And it's like, it was just fun. You know, there was a nice, meaningful message. And it's the memory of Alexandre Parks within this foundation, giving us a positive thinking through that sort of thing. So it's amazing. Hello, Lisa, comment ça va? Mylène Robichaud, I have won a position of this award at the Gala 2025 en reconnaissance de l'engagement bénévole de la Fondation Alexandre Parks. They gave me this because I've done so much running tribute for that, and the way that he supported me over the time, and the things that I've done for this foundation over time. The person that did the Pedal for Parks was created because of what I initiated an idea, because I wanted to beat my score back 3 years ago, doing 160 kilometers in biking, and put that the foundation on that, just because. It was a spontaneous idea. They followed me up from Scoudouc to Chediac to Pointe Cap, and then back Poctouche. I know, man, c'est incroyable. Puis it's a meaningful thing. It's like, I'm not a huge fan of big, what's that in English? Recognition of engagement in the volunteering at an exceptional level for a foundation, Alexandre Foundation. They gave me this as a reward. I was the second person on the list for going on the given awards, which is kind of cool, man. That means that there's a lot of value in that. But it's the meaningful thing about this is it's kind of representing me. What it says is on the shirt, like it's hard to explain, but the shirt that I decided to wear was the jersey, and I made an idea of, let's get signed everybody on that. My friends, my close friends, the community, and all that stuff. All of this was signed on that jersey, and somehow it led me to do a Grand Fondo at 128 kilometers. And you know, it's like, it really impacted me to be able to drive with my bike as if they were along the way with me. There was, I don't know how many, maybe more than 50 on my shirt. I have it in the back, but 50 people over has signed their name. Rocco's from Riverview has signed his name, but has also designed his logo for his restaurant. So it brought me back. It gave me an encouragement to move forward. And I had this Vive Sans Limite sign that shirt. But the expectation of that happening, I don't think it would have happened if I didn't have this jersey. And they spontaneously gave me this jersey out of nowhere. Why? I don't know. But I did this Cap Lumière drive of 230 kilometers, and I went to the Grand Digue, and they gave me this. They wanted to gift me a jersey. Not sure why, but I decided to take that jersey. And when I took that jersey, I brought it home. It was like, wow, that's very cool. I like this jersey. And that day when I did this big ride, June, at Cap Lumière, came back. It was 230 kilometers. It was a hot day, so I needed this shirt. I took all my shirt off, and then I took this jersey on, and it kind of refreshed me up. I was driving, I don't know, it's like 11 hours straight with my bike, getting back myself in shape. But anyways, I did that, and I attribute this ride for Alexandre Parks. I wanted to add this to this awareness, to find the awareness is about finding a cure in the research in Moncton. It's a local thing. They're funding scholarships to people that's doing the research that Alexandre Parks had issues with, like his illness, and he passed away in 2017. So he was doing the research on his own illness, It's a it's not fibromyalgia, it's fibrosis. I think it's fibrosis. But it's something that he could not eat. He could not eat normally. So he had to drink this green thing that their parents made up to make him survive. He was different from everybody, but he still had this positive thinking about life. Being grateful today because tomorrow's not guaranteed. He was so close to his line. And at that age, young kid, a lot of people don't think at that age this way. So he seems to have a lot of, to me, grateful thinking. And you can only do what you best with what you've got. He was a nice kid. So it's incredible, man. It stands for who I am at the same time, because I mean, Alexandre, I don't think he wanted to pretend at this age because he had to be himself, you know what I mean? So they played the videos at the Gala today, reflecting again this message. It's spoken to me again in a different way. You know, every time I look at something, they put it this way, and it's like there's a message there. And I wish I could have got onto the pulpit and say a message, because I heard Cecil. If anybody has something to say, then that resonated with me somehow. But I resonated with it later on in the day. So I didn't think about I should go or not. But I mean, next time maybe I should. You know what I mean? That is something special. It represents who I am. Yeah, it's very cool. So I have an award, man. It's crazy. Award from the Boulard. This thing is super nice too. It's well designed. Not sure where they got it, but very grateful to have this. But like again, like it's not about the award. It's about the journey of life. And you know, I never in school. I never had diplomas. I never had awards back then, and I rarely have awards. But I know like the hard work comes through, right? So that's pretty cool. Enjoy your life before it's too late, and do what would do best what you've got, and be present today, because you never know what life brings you, right? Because tomorrow it's not guaranteed. Why not be your best self today? Mickey Gagnon, you are a good man, and thanks Eve for being there despite. You're a good man because you decided to do that too. And then Mackay is so cool, man. Always be yourself, man, because you got something in there that I see, and you will move forward with this thing. Yeah, you don't pretend. That's when I got these pictures from you. Again, I have never done a photo shoot that powerful. It's been allowed, and I always believe that. It's allowed for the experience to learn who we are as people, and that experience leads us exactly where we need to be. And sometimes we have to remove people, and sometimes we go closer to people. Whatever is experienced, this path has to be embraced no matter what to me, because I find gratitude moments through it, and it's allowed today. Today was the same feeling with you when you were doing these videos. The time has been given to all of us at that moment. The message, the things that's been shared, it was a powerful thing. I talked to Rick. He was interested about my journaling. We had a deep conversation on that level. Can't pretend who we are. Life will give you the things that experience that is allowed today. Why not be grateful for that and move forward in this way? I like to talk to these people in that way because that's where the meaning of life is. And why not share my experience that made me who I am today? Because that's the true knowledge of making a difference, in a sense. What if I'd done the stuff and the thing I said today will domino effect on people? The experience I've shared today, this is affecting me today. The fact that I see Mackay doing videos, that gave me the sense of calmness of, wow, this guy's cool. I see magic in this man. He's focused. He's there. Seems like there's a power there somehow. There's a presence of Makai, man. It's a very honest thing. You can't pretend the honest things. It's there. Even though we don't know it. It's the same thing with my drawing. I don't know what I'm actually translating to my papers, but it's translating at my papers. It's translating there without even knowing it. But I know it's there. Knowing and witnessing it is giving me the ability to choose, to find a way to find this and refining it. Because the thing I can't see that I translate is the thing I want to refine, because that's the thing that is very grateful to myself. Somehow. It's magic, man. So, yeah, incredible. And I've done this all over the years. And I'm finding the refinement of this path. I decided to find this way. And trying to find it without too much risk is a good thing, because you don't hurt yourself too much. I'm trying to find a soft way to move forward in life without too much risk. Like the smartest way to do things, in my opinion, is, don't go to the bar and trash your life. It's pretty straightforward, because it's such a concentrated of hurt in this place, in these places. But you never know. You can find some people and meet some. But I'd rather surround myself with these things that's like building up despite the pain that's in it. That's where the resilience of people comes in. That's what Cecil Parks and Nicole stands for. I see these people, they lost a kid. They're going through massive grief. Why? Many questions over time, the thoughts, but they are putting their tribute to something that is healing. To me, that's a right direction to take this energy that's been given to them. We can choose to do whatever we'd like with what we receive from that energy of life. It's been given. It's a gift. How do we handle it is the question. We have an opportunity to impact something in a negative way or a positive way. That's the opportunity today we get. Use resilience like what God would use. He would say to me, from the base of these words that I've heard from the Bible, use this resilience to discover yourself. Make healthy decisions. Protect what you've got, because we only have one chance. The chance could be gone tomorrow. That's truly the gift that we should cherish today, because that's an important life to live. You can't remove this. But if we heard it, is it really worth living this way? That's the question I would ask myself. And then the answers always reflect the resilience to where I want to become better as a person. And that's leading me with this foundation where they want to become better with what they've been given today. That's powerful. I can't deny and witness and not witness this through these people that have gone through this lifestyle. They're still surviving, but they do it because they are resilient people. That stands in a strong place. That's why it's moving forward. That's why it's so powerful to support this thing, because it stands in strength. It stands in courage. It stands to move forward and not backward, not to hurt it, but to heal it. It is a healing property they chose to be. And they put that as the foundation of Alexandre Parks. That's the positive thinking is the key to my survival, but is also the key to the survival of the foundation, because they chose this mentality over what they received in life. And the path of life cannot be chosen, but can be chosen how to handle it. That's a beautiful place to be, to witness that. Very important. And I choose to be this way. I choose to be this way. And I'm not perfect. There's some days I need to stand away. But someday I need to go the way. I'm all human. But it's the importance of being strong in this time, despite the situation. I go back to God in that sense. That's who I am. I can't pretend that. But I did receive some gifts, you know. Everybody has gifts. And I think that given gift of life is also the experience that has been offered to you. It offered, the way that things are in life is whatever has been offered to me. I must be a witness of that, to know where to go with this. Because if I don't, I will be lost. And I want to refine the line of who I am today. Before I leave this life, I will refine this line to go where I need to be meaningful. I admire older people because of that. It's amazing. But this is cool, man. Honored to have this award. And that's the Alexandre Parks Foundation that supported me along the way in my journey, along everybody that signed this jersey and whoever has went through my journey, my friends, Alicia from the friggin' mobile shop, man, she's online since the beginning. She's cool, she's real. You know, these are the type of people that's giving me the impact to keep going as my path and trust the path that I've been given today. Same thing with Christy. Christy is from the mobile shop. How many deep conversations we had that promoted me to believe, continuing. Some days I was low, but when I speak and I share, it motivates me more. Some days it changes because we shared a moment in that way that was real. Those real people last forever, even though we're so distant from. It's powerful. And I want more of that. But I only will accept the things that is presented to me from my life journey. And whatever it is, it's only allowed by who the person that sent me here. So I really want to be this way. But Alicia, that's what I'm saying, man. Everybody that was part of this journey has led me to who I am today. It is a support foundation of me. My foundation is the people that surround me that is nourishing my soul. That's powerful. It's very rare to live this type of thing. Because so many people are suffering, not knowing where to nourish who they are as a person. And through all things, I found myself. Trusting the path has made me who I am today. And those are the things that, you know, the people that I met also gave me the ability to trust this continuous of thing. You're put in place for a certain reason, even though sometimes we don't believe we're meant to be something. We are allowed to live today, which is being present can change somebody's life just like that. That's a gift just to be living. It's amazing. And I witnessed this today. I witnessed this year. 2025 is super nuts, man. I don't understand. I don't even know how I done all this stuff. It's crazy, man. But I'm grateful for this, you know? And whatever God has given me this year is many awards. It's like reaffirming that when I see things through all things, I get awards randomly. I don't even have diplomas. You know, I don't chasing those things, but I received the God letter of Gabriel Basque. He never gave this thing to nobody, but he gave that to me. It's like God has told me I graduated from his life. Nobody can take this away. Because it's through all things. I didn't expect that Gabriel had the God letter of things, but it's a message from life to say that God is proud of me. God is proud of me. And that's the thing I cherish. Because nobody can tell me what he's proud of me beside him who sent me here. I want to force that more because I receive things in a way that I can't predict, but it's truly a gift because the unpredictable things is the most beautiful things in life, just like a gift at Christmas time. If you reveal this gift, there's no gift as value. It's not valued as much. But when it's unpredictable, how much times that I have moments that is unpredictable and accepted it, and those things happens in such a profound way that I can't describe what it feels like. But man, am I so grateful to receive. Whew. Praise the Lord. But yeah, so this feels the same way. I would not have done so much more if I was not part of this journey of life that's been offered to me. So, very cool, very cool. And that's what I wanted to share today. Yeah. I'm very proud, not really proud, but I'm grateful to know profoundly that this is what I received through all things. Keeps me going. Even though sometimes I question it. But I have to focus. Because today, you never give up. You never stop. A mindset of marathon mindset, an Iron Man consistency, but also God never sleeps. He never gives up. He never stops. Even when we sleep, He's still doing something. I have to reflect the same way. I have a force of focus that I've never had before because the marathon, with all these hours, 150 kilometers a week for the last 3 months, nuts. Never know how it's going to happen. I could have slammed, blow up my knees, break my knees, who knows what. And it's like the marathon has set me to a place to think about a mindset of it never stops. Because if I stop, how can I change? And changing sometimes is good. Because changing, it's everlasting. We can't force to unchange. If we stop, we rust. Though God never stops, is everlasting change. I must be the same way to reflect that focus because I have to embrace the path that I have been given today. I should be a preacher. But it's the truth. I have to move forward. I have a choice and opportunity to do this. And those are the fruits of life that comes away that comes along the way. My friends, the encouragements, the motivational things, the unpredictable things, the embracing of the things that I can't see, but it will be known. And that's what I have to embrace before I want it physically right away. I have to be patient to work with that. But yet God never stops. He's not even seen, but he can be seen through all things in a certain way, which is comfort to me. Because everything we do, despite the situation, there's something looking over us no matter what. There's some sort of power out there. It's higher than myself. And that I have no doubt. that's there. So it's powerful. The mindset of focus, I just learned this 2 weeks ago. It never stops. And then I went to that church. Hello, Nicole, comment ça va? I was speaking about the meaningful things about Alexandre Parks and my journey. Cannot pretend. No, I'm not even sure what I'm talking about, but if you go back to this video, you'll hear what I feel. That's within 20 minutes. I would say the last 20 minutes was pretty intense, but I wanted to thank you for what you guys have done. Because I never had an award. And that is speaking to me. I should have given a speech. That's what I thought. When Cecil said, somebody has something to say, please. I heard something like that from Cecil. But, yeah, man, I've never had an award like that. C'est pas about the award, but it's about life awarding me through life. Because it's not the only award I got from life, but when it does, it is a meaningful thing. I don't chase awards, but it's mixing the journey of you guys supporting me in that sense, giving me a jersey while I was doing this in June, 230 kilometers. I received this jersey, and what is the idea of getting this jersey signed from everybody? But yet that is giving me a sense of comfort to trust the path despite the situation. C'est powerful. And today was a great place to be. Despite if I did the photos or not. The thing is, the moment I was sharing with Rick, the moment I was sharing with Mackay, the presence of it was there. And you guys were sharing something very meaningful. And I sensed that. And that's what I supported over time, without even knowing a lot of importance to that. But you guys are surviving. You're giving something way powerful than we think about. Because with all this stuff, you guys are resilient. You're living for this foundation. I tried to explain that in a sense with a couple of minutes ago. It's the positive thought is the key to my survival, but it's the positive thought that is the key to the survival of the foundation. Because you guys are into a grief, but the grief you've received is a gift from life, and you're using this to heal something greater than yourselves. That is a powerful thing. That's why it's going forward. That's why it's giving more than you think. And it's like, I am very honored to be supporting this in that sense, despite the whatever it is, negative, positive, despite that, I just see the strength in that. It's a strength. It's a really rare strength to have two people that lost a kid, but then uses it for a massive gain by choice. There's not a lot of people that does this. And I see it when you guys speak. I can't, it's too profound to understand. See, deep that's not the end. It's only the beginning. There's a massive force in that. You're using resilience with that. Man. I'm very emotional. But that's the presence of me today giving you that message. I am grateful to have served this in that way. Even though I didn't know where it was going to be. All of this running is unpredictable. I could have crashed, broke a knee, snap a toe, if you want to be funny. But I survived. I trusted God through the process. And then He awards me again. I see it this way. Can't deny it. Same thing when I met Gabriel Basque. He saw me doing all this crazy stuff. What kind of machine are you? And he gave me this letter of God. I have been merited this moment in life with this presence of being rewarded. To the things I accepted. And I chose to be resilient with it. To better my life. Whew. But you guys have done the same thing. It reminds me of who I am. Whew. Sorry, I'm crying like crazy, man. But you guys have done the same thing on a deeper level. And you see this in me because you're still present into my life. Why do you see this in me? Is the question. Somehow we connected back then. Somehow you knew something. I don't know. But I kept doing it. Like I said, without the jerseys and the things that's been given to me, you gave me an opportunity to grow better. Despite the situation I've been given. And I think that's what your son wanted to be. In general. I think it's a thank you for you. For trusting that path no matter what. And to be strong in that. Because the foundation speaks for itself. My positive thoughts is the key to my foundation despite how I feel. That's resilience. It shows that. It's powerful, man. So I'm grateful to have this award because it's given by something greater than myself. Because I don't know how I've done all this stuff, and it's been allowed because I don't have a car, I don't have anything to travel, but yet the life has given me this opportunity to share. That's unpredictable. It's such a grateful thing to have. You cannot buy those things. It's such a present time you can't replace. And that's why I'm so grateful to have this thing. Money can't buy this thing, man. This is the Gala that we have done this today. It's the same. You cannot buy this thing. You cannot buy the experience of this moment. Because it's allowed by this greater self of us wanting to be resilient with what we received as a gift, negative or positive, it doesn't matter. It's to use that power to do something better. Yeah. And I'm grateful to share this message, and I wish I could have shared this at the Gala, but that's the thing. So this reminds me of this whole year, 2025, God giving me this award, but it's through this foundation. But that sounds pretty much like it's a positive thing. It's the key to my survival. It's powerful. I sincerely thank you for all this stuff, and to more of it. Hello, Jeff. How you doing, my friend? You are a part of this journey as well, because the journey is not done yet. This is only the beginning, and I told myself yesterday, it's the beginning of merging myself with the presence of God in my life, and it's showing up, healing in such a way, and the presence of it is showing my drawing, and I notice it. So whatever it is, I trust it all. Yeah, a word for doing so much running. But I mean, it's a word for giving my time and support to this foundation, Alexandre Park Foundation. And it's a meaningful thing. It's a positive. It's the positive thinking is the key to my survival. And they put it down there too. Surprisingly, I'm not sure how they did it, but that's what it is. Not sure where they got this thing, but it's a very nice piece of wood, piece of glass. But I have a lot of respect for this, man. It's amazing. So, yeah. I hope you can communicate this video to Cecil, because that's some powerful thing, man. There is so much power in this, man, I tell you. But yeah, man. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. I never received the one award. You know, I'm not chasing those things. Never believed that. You know, it's like I went to school. I have 4th grade. Didn't do much. I was drawing a lot on my books. And then, you know, Mackenzie College happened. Free scholarship. No awards, but yet I got a diploma for art. Okay, cool. I'll accept that. Then over time, it's like I got I'm mentoring people in school. I'm doing stuff that I've never done before. No diploma can tell you what to do or how to find your life. Just do the things that's healing to yourself, you know? Well, Cecil, thank you, man. Both of you have done so much more than you think. I'm still alive after all this sports transition, transformational, whatever it is. Même si j'ai fait des screw-ups sur le L'Aigle Literacy, I was still giving empowering thoughts to people while I was running backwards. Embracing the idea of who does this sort of thing, but then I'm okay with it, because the meaning of life is to share the unpredictable things that is truly a gift today. I'm not trying to force the miss roots of my legs of literacy, but this Alexandre Parks Foundation, when I started this in Fredericton, it gave me the idea I can still do the random things and just be, right? Along the way, empowering people with it. So it's incredible, man. Because I've done so much more than you think. No, it's awarded by me through all things. It's powerful. Yeah. And it's all a full circle. You guys have done so many things for me that it totally impacted me in a sense that I can keep going and focus in the way I need to focus. It's powerful. You guys are strong. Anybody that goes through this path of yours and keep it somehow straight. All of this pain that you've went through is rebalancing on a healing way. That's the choice you made. That's a grateful choice to make. It's going to go far, man. You got no choice that you've chose this energy to impact such a way. I'm not sure where all this stuff coming from, but it's guided by something higher than myself, because I witnessed this thing. J'ai vu le monde stand up off the chairs couple of times. I don't know if I witnessed this before. How is this coming from? You guys are speaking of something very deep. And some of them don't understand it, but some witness this thing. It's powerful. There's a lot of things in there, man. Like I said, I'm honored to have this. I am honored to have this. It's pretty cool. I was the second person on the list. Is it because it's alphabetical? Who knows? But it's not. It's kind of funny. But it's like I have this award. It's amazing. And despite, if I didn't take all the pictures that we wanted to have, that's not truly the meaning of it, because it will survive no matter what, because the meaning is already spoken. It's already established in the sense where you guys are choosing to be this way. It's going to lead something very powerful. You guys know something that I may not know, but it's some there. I'm guaranteed. So it's a privilege. It's a real privilege to have that. Because s'il n'y aura pas d'Alexandre Parks Foundation, I don't know where I would put my path in. I know there will be a path no matter what, but this one is pretty meaningful. And you guys have somehow contacted me back then. You saw this in me, and you still see it today. It's powerful, man. You still see it today. What did you see in me back then? Like, this is the question I get. What did you see in me back then that wanted you to contact me directly this way? Somehow, in some ways. And that just molded itself directly to this path. Now I question it sometimes, get stressed out in some ways, somehow overthinking too much. But that's who I am. Sometimes I can't stop thinking. Can't stop it. But you giving me that jersey gave me the idea to go everywhere with it and gather everybody with it. Gave me a dream to establish myself in a positive way through all things I went through, all my journey in life. This is strange. 10, 15 years of knowing people, and I was able to do everybody to sign my shirt without questions. Just because I decided to follow this path of mine, and you chose to talk to me in that day. What did you see in me back then? I'm still mind blown because I don't understand. I used to be fat. I used to be overweight. What is the thing? I don't know, man. It's too deep to understand, but I trusted the way no matter what. It is an opportunity to add a meaningful thing in my life. Despite the people that's passed away, that's the mission. I don't know. It's powerful. It's deep. But I thank you for doing all this stuff. Because you gave me some sort of hope. A direction to take and partake. Leading to where I'm at from this year. I have never done anything like this, man. I have never done this like this, ever. What kind of Guinness record is this? What kind of Guinness record is that? I'm thinking. I got no choice to think about this because it's dramatically insane. That's how it is. And it's like, that's the opportunity I've been given. I try to take advantage of that, but in a sense, a positive way. But yeah, man, I can't pretend this whatever summer was. I just cannot. And something was more powerful on me than ever because, like I said, from me to do September to now, something is weird. Something is way too much than a normal thing. And I forced myself to focus and trust it, right? So, what a journey. But I'm grateful to have experienced that. Very grateful to experience that. Because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Man, that's the way to live. Sometimes it's hard, but I mean, those are little things that we cherish forever. And that's the thing that we want. That's the thing I want. I want to keep doing this, even though it's hard. Sometimes. Yeah. Very cool. And then people liked something funny. My card. I went to people and say, here's my card. Make people laugh. That's another thing that I think is important to have. Make people laugh. That's relieving. That's relieving. You know, people have gone through stuff. You know, somebody going through grief. I won't say who. But he mentioned this out of nowhere. How is this possible? And then I started goofing around because it's funny. And I made him smile. I made him laugh. Did I know that he was going through this thing? No, I did not. But somehow, I've made a day better because of it. And me goofing around, funny-wise, is important. It's just like Ron Cormier shows up. I can't- Ron Cormier is like a hope in my heart, man. It's like, what kind of guy? He's always having a good time. Somehow he understood something at this age. Life is too short, I gotta be this way. What is this guy showing up in, man? But the guy's a cool dude. I like that guy. He's living the best way he could be at this time. He's fully living the life that he has, fully living for the time he has left. Because life can be so close to death when you're so close, higher in age. I don't know how can I say that, but closer to your line of life. At the end of it, I can't see where I should not live my full life. And why not should I live this way every day, even though I'm freaking 42 years old? I wish I understood this 20 years ago. But yet, Alexandre Parks knew this at that age, man. But he fully lived his life for his purpose. I think this is how it goes. We cannot predict or we cannot plan the unplanned, but it's the unplanned stuff is truly a gift to receive. Because if we're resilient in that, it brings massive fruits of life that lives for a long time. And it cannot be bought. That's a life to live. And I see this in Ron Cormier, man. It's crazy. I see this in Ron Cormier. He runs all the time. What is the chances I went and run and met this guy, Pepper Boîte à Lunch, man? And he does all these sorts of things. I actually admire what he's done in the things that he's been talking about. He didn't start. He started running, I think it was like 65 years old. I don't know how many he is, but he's 5 years of running. I don't know, something along the line. I don't remember. But he didn't start running later in his age. But it saved his life during the time that he had issues. He could have died. Again, this is a wake-up call. It is the wake-up call that makes me go closer to what's meaningful today and let the things out there that's not nourishing me. I have to nourish what I have been given today to live the fullest that I can, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. So I need to find a way to nourish this thing, to fully live it in a meaningful way, because I cannot buy it at Superstore. I can't buy it at Superstore. So that's the thing. And that's what Foundation is standing for. They are fully living it the best they can. That's hope to me. Hello, Lindsay. How you doing? I've been here for an hour. Wow. I should do probably like a cut video or some type, just to kind of refine this message. I think I'm going to do that because it's cool. Yeah. But that's the thing. Yeah. But again, thank you for everything you have done, and all the friends that was part of this, and anybody that was present into my life during all my life, because it brought me here. I'm a very grateful man. Very grateful man for what I've done. The choices I made during the suffering I've got. Given. I've led myself to a place I want to be better. I saw healing and nourishing in this time of hurt. We need that. But when we're so in pain, we push this because we resonate such a deep place. Because if we're always happy, how can we resonate to where we truly know where to nourish ourselves? That's the question I will ask myself. And then my worst scenarios in life is the place where I found truly where I need to go to nourish this power of who I am and reflect this. Now, hopefully there's not much pain coming in my life more, but I cannot pretend what I received today. And I have to trust that. Maybe that's why Alexandre was so strong. Because he was such in a pain. He needed to find such a nourishment of himself to sustain this change in his life over time. What a maturity of knowing what he wants in life. And he chose those things. It's coming from the parents. It's coming to some sort of standard of awareness that whatever goes, you teach this kid to be this way. And that's probably why you receive the message that he was already chosen his parents because they chose you because of that. They knew what type of people you were despite. And that's reflecting in this foundation. Wow. I can feel that. I can't deny this truth that I'm receiving from here. Sometimes the mind will mislead it, but man, the present of the gratefulness of today. Amazing. I represent this. I represent that because it's who I am. I can't change it. That's why I do a lot of change. I trusted myself and I found myself. This is crazy, man. When you trust yourself, you found yourself. You find more of yourself in the fullest place. J'ai marqué des affaires quelque part. But that's why I don't worry about it anymore. I live the life that I have, that's it. Because it's already planned. I believe it's already planned. So why panic? Just keep working, because God is always working at never giving up. The mindset of a marathon and Iron Man, always working. We mold ourselves into the things we love to do, and then it molds itself to where we want to be, and that's where we go. And somehow it's exactly where it's molded. And every fruit that comes with this whatever workshop of never giving up creates massive fruits of that. Very meaningful. Takes time. But man, you guys have done this for 5 years. That's only the surface. So much more to come. We're allowed to be alive today. That's right. That's probably why. That's probably why we're still alive. But yeah, man, amazing. Encouragement maximisé. 2025. That is basically the Oscar of Guinness records. But it means powerful. You know? It's not just like being an actor, is it? This is a survival. survival of life, man. It's amazing. Speaks volume to resilience in everywhere I go. Yeah, very cool. So I'm gonna leave you guys because it's 12 o'clock. But what a grateful time to be alive. And I thank everybody. I truly thank everyone to show up. Eve, Micaiah, bringing me there. It's all allowed by this time. Despite how we feel, despite how much struggles we have during this whatever, the door has brought me there. I don't panic anymore because I know the door will bring me that place. It's going to bring me to that place. If my heart desires to be there, it's going to show and drive my door, just like the Grand Fondo. I go to a wedding photography. I meet everybody there that I know. And then I meet Fernande, part of this journey. Because of her, I was able to do the Grand Fondo. And the chances for me to get an hotel close to the same place at that very moment when I called this bed and breakfast that was shutting down this year, transferring my name to another person's Airbnb. It's a room that I rent. The chances for me to go there, and the man was a guy that did 4 full Ironman. And I had got knowledge from this man, probably saved my life, because he told me that after a certain time of workout for an Ironman, it's too much to handle for the body to handle. He has to give themselves a sort of like 8 to 12 or 16 weeks of recovery straight. 2 weeks of doing nothing at all. Well, I've done this sort of training, and I started having skipping heartbeats when I was doing the legs literacy. But I did pull a lot on that during that week. But the funny thing is, if I kept doing what I was doing, I would have probably died. I don't know. The chances for me to survive today, I don't know, man. I'm still mind blown. Still mind blown to feel this impact thing I have experienced. Something I've never experienced before at such a level. Now I know I can push my thoughts. I know I can go over myself. Even though my thought says, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. It's a fight. It's a fight against my thoughts. Because my heart wants to live today. There's no limit. There's no thoughts. There's no past or future. It's here living. So thinking in this way, I have less anxiety because I no longer mind of my past or future. I'm not depressed. I mean, I'm human. I would think of the past no matter what. It's part of this journey. That's why I write so much stuff. But it's tuning in to prayers and finding empowering thoughts that's going to motivate my day, that moved me forward in a positive feeling, and not to worry too much. And this all lead to this. It's powerful. It's forgetting the stress of life and let God do the plan. Just keep doing. I will just keep doing the work that I meant to be, because I like to draw. I like to do caricatures. I will listen to my heart more often because I've experienced what I love and what I want to express. And nobody can take that away because this is truly my uniqueness of who I am. And somebody that's against it, then they should not be around your surrounding. But it's okay to notice this because it refines the line to where I want to be before I die. So some people would be stressed the way I do things, then they will find their meaning into the direction they care for. I will find the meaning in my life to the direction I want to take care of myself that way. Why not love myself this way, as if I was giving my full love to someone's life? You know, relationship is giving your full to this person. Why not give that to myself? That's a beautiful thing to say to me. And I think God wants me to be this way, to witness that I can be angered, pissed off, I can be nice to myself, I can be loving to myself, I can be kind. And I did a list of this stuff a couple of weeks ago. So I can be all these things, but never giving up. Never giving up and never stop. During this process, if God is always working, then if I'm always working, God will put some fruits in my way and the doors in my way, so that leads the way to where I need to go. I don't have to think too much. I just have to keep working, just like how God works. He works all the time. I will put some work in me because I deserve to feel and experience a life that is meaningful. I will take that direction this way for myself, and that's where I go. It's a mindset. It's going like a marathon. I will lead myself. The first thing, funny thing is, I keep talking, but the more I go to doing the marathons and the running, I didn't know where to go and what kind of loop I'm going to do. I just said, okay, I'm just going to run. Let's see where it leads. And then I keep doing this run, and then I ended up doing a loop in Riverview. And it's a perfect loop. It's all on the trail. It's all fine graved, and it's like I run, and I ended up doing a full circle, and that's my circle of 10K. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We can do 42 in the same routine. It brought me to a random loop that I didn't expect that I would have done that loop anyways. But I trusted. The first step is to trust the path. And then, funny thing is, I post this online. We do not, we walk by faith, but not by sight. Choosing to believe something we don't see is sometimes something's going to be known that we can see. Just like when I draw my drawings, I don't know what I'm going to see yet, but I know it's going to be cool. How do I know this? I don't know, but I will trust it. Faith, to trust, to see. I see this in my lion that I just recently drawn. So much life. Did I choose to make this eyeball so much lifelike? No. I did not choose to do that. But somehow it's more life than the other ones that I put on a massive scale. What is that supposed to mean to me? It's very deep, because it's coming from something deeper than myself or higher than myself. I was just reminded of getting lost in the woods. See? I remember this time. I was thinking about this time a couple of times. When you added me on Facebook, I was surprised. Somehow we connected in that way. And you never changed. I still appreciate the person you are today. You never changed. It never changed. The friendship is already known. It's been a long time. Somehow, some way, I don't know way. But you know people when you know people. It's hard to say, but I don't know, man. It's too deep for words to understand the friendship we got. And it lasts forever. And it doesn't matter distance or not. I have Stephen, he sent me a message yesterday. Sent me the pictures from Halifax. He went to there. It's like, wow, that's so cool. I'm still the same person. He's still the same person. We don't have a resistance of wanting to pursue friendship because we already know the friendship is already born and it's there. Not a lot of people have this connection in a sense because I know it's there. Can trust him with my life somehow. He's a Christian, I don't know, but it's not the distance from that never gets distance. It's strange, but it's there. It's internal, man. Who knows? But it's powerful. Can't describe this stuff. So it lasts forever. I'm grateful to have these friends. Elisa is the same thing. Elisa, Mylène, somehow I feel the same vibe. Vivre sans limite, same person. Why do I know this person as if I knew her for years? She signed her name on my shirt. I trusted the path. I like the way that she is sans limite. That title is powerful. Same attitude, but it's the personality that resonates the same way that I resonate as a person. J'étais sans limite all year. I don't know how I did it. And it's admiring to see this process of this year. I'm trying to rewind everything, but there's so much stuff. I record all my runnings and my biking, so that's not bad. I probably have over like 3,000 kilometers in total of running and biking. What an insane time. But yeah, so yeah, what a powerful thing. Yeah, friendship, that's distance. Friendship should not feel distance or too close. Just there. Caroline Dugas is the same way. I don't talk to her too much. We speak, we know. What? Where's that coming from? You know? I met a couple of people. Same way. Even the ones that I didn't even know who they were, open the door, I know them. Somehow, I trust them now. Don't even know them, but I felt something is really exactly where it's supposed to be. That's where I found Judy. Yeah, it's almost like Judy Savoie is the one that guiding me through those places. Almost like an angel. She's very calm, peaceful person. She's very kind and gentle. This is the qualities that it's hard to find, but it's guiding. It's guiding a place where it's peace. And I go there and it's like, I go to this holy whale and it's like, somehow she's guiding me to the place I need to be. Powerful. But it's all linked to certain things, man. To trust the path, and it is presented to this time for a reason. If I don't go to these places, it's fine because it's meant to be. I always think this way. Less stress somehow. And it's okay because God works always. He's going to make a path when I go to a certain place, exactly where it's supposed to be. I trust that. The fruit of the Spirit is to change your life. Yes. The fruits of Spirit is never giving up. And fruits of life comes with my card. You know what I mean? That card has changed people's lives today. Smiles. It's powerful. Even, I should give this to Gabriel Basque. Here's my card. Because he would probably like this. And it was like, okay, we got to make some cards, man. You don't need my name to know my name. All you need is my card. And you'll know who I am. Because this is personality. It's true. It's deviating. It's deviating from serious people to kind people and never take things seriously. It's a place to relief, you know? I think this is the coolest thing ever. My friend brought me this thing. So that's pretty cool. I'll send you the scripture after. Sure. I think a fruit of the Spirit. Judy has the fruits of the Spirit. Oh, that's interesting. But you know what? That's what I'm saying. The fruit of the Spirit is gentleness. There's many of them. And you want to send me this scripture there. But yeah, man, send me that. I'll send that to Judy, man. Powerful stuff. Very cool. Yeah. All right. You guys are amazing. Thank you for this amazing rewards. 2 hours close to this wonderful speech of the Alexandre Parks Foundation. What a tribute. What an encouragement. What a positive thought. Positive thinking of the key of my survival. Very nice. I'm very proud. Very cool. A word by one grateful foundation that's going to live very long because their resilience in that. It's powerful. Never give up. It's powerful. Yes. You guys have a good night. I will try to chop a bit of this video to make it maybe shorter, but I think this is cool. I think I delivered my message in a way, especially in a way, meaningful way, and very cool. It takes a while to warm up somehow, sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but warm it up. Never forget, there's always a rusty layer, but once the rusty layer is gone, I think it becomes natural. I've learned this over doing a drawing overnight for 24/7. It's powerful. It's all these little things that we learn through life and working together. It's very cool. Yeah. All right. You guys have a good night. And, you can follow Alexandre Parks Foundation. There's activities. We raised up 19,000 today. That's insane, man. That's almost 3 times the amount from last year. It's crazy. But it's a good thing. So there's so many things on this website talking about Alexandre Parks' journey and who he was as a person. Very meaningful if you want to look it up. And their sponsors. The community sponsors Uni. The chances I see Caroline, that I took pictures 2 years ago for this thing, she shows up, man, with this guy that works for Uni. Amazing. They're coming from France. Very cool people, and I love these people. They're so down to earth. Just fun, They're real. This event, man, I'm telling you, man, it's bringing some people very deep, man. That's how the law of attraction in some way works. And then you got the golf, October 7, 2026. Oh, it's already there. You can register this up. It's big fundraiser. They fundraise, I think it was 56K last time, 2025. Very good event. And then Pedal for Parks is created by my own self. They got inspired by what I did, and they initiate this Pedal for Parks Foundation. So very cool stuff. Last year, June, they raised up $8,000, almost $9,000. But it's because of what I did for myself when I wanted to do a bike ride. And tribute to this, man, I'm there, but man, I have so much weight there. I probably weighed 225 in that very moment. That was 2023, September 23rd. It's crazy, man. But I initiated something out of that, and such a meaningful thing, And sometimes I don't know how deep this is, and I have to remind myself those things. because I'm sometimes so overloaded by negative thoughts or things. It's almost like life wants me to go away from it sometimes. But it's always meant to be at this very moment. We never know, and that's how it goes. So, yeah, man, it's pretty cool. Gave me a chance to do some pretty awesome stuff. If Alexandre Park Foundation was not there, I think we'd be missing some meaningful side of myself in it. But yeah, man, it's all allowed today. Very cool. That's Alexandre. That's the chapters. They always go to chapters every 2 weeks. I think that's what it is. Not sure if it's still going on these months coming in, but yeah, you can donate. And yeah, super cool, man. Hard work, people, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right, you guys have a good night. I will come back at some point, obviously. Knock on wood. But yeah, man, super cool. Thank you for hanging out and all the work that you both have done, Nicole and Cecil. That's it was a meaningful one today. And that's definitely not to be ignored. It's something to cherish, because the moment like that, it's priceless, right? So there's a lot of power in that. It's gonna move forward in such a way that we're gonna mind blown people, man. Guaranteed. I see it as a powerful thing. All right. I wish you guys a good night. And Charmaine, thank you for this award. Incredible thing. I will cherish that. But I will cherish my soul. That's important. And till next time, you guys are cool. Never give up. And always think positive, because that's the key to your survival of this foundation and many people out there. Very cool.